A new report from the newly launched Arizona Research Center for Housing, or ARCHES, looks at the state of housing in Arizona with a focus on home ownership, rental housing, and homelessness across the state. Joining us now is the co-directors of ARCHES, Allison Cook Davis, and also with us is Kenny Wong from the University of Arizona's Drachman Institute. Good to have you both here. Thank you so much for driving up from Tucson. We appreciate it. And for that, we'll start with you, Kenny. Let's talk with the state of housing in Arizona just in general. Where are we?
Well, I'll let Allison get into the details of the report, but we're excited to launch the center and make it public. It's a great collaboration across 4 universities funded by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. All 4 institutions are ASU, U of A, and NAU, so all 3 of the ABOR Board of Regents universities, and a collaboration that extends through the Southwest to the University of New Mexico. Oh. So we're really excited. This report is the first of our products, a collaboration across these institutes, and really bringing the focus to Arizona and what's happening with our housing.
And let's get to the report again. The question is, the state of housing in Arizona, where are we?
Well, it's not a one sentence response, but we wanted to take basically publicly available data and to provide some trends, to take a look at where we're at as a state, and then kind of bring through the spectrum of housing from home ownership to the unhoused. And so really starting with the report, we wanted to provide some context. We know that Arizona is growing and can continue to grow. And we know that the population projections look like we're going to grow it, up to 9 to 12 million by 2060. And so we know that that's going to continue to put pressure on the housing market. And so to start with, just talking a little bit about home ownership, the good news is that people who are already in homes are actually seeing a benefit. There's actually a decrease in the annual cost of home ownership that we've seen since 2010 to 2022. But what we've also seen is that people who are able to get in before 2020 or who are able to refinance in like 2020 and 2021 are seeing the benefits of home ownership. But it's really hard for people to get into home ownership because now we have these high interest rates and the high cost of housing.
Yes.
And so we've actually seen the mortgage rates or mortgage costs, like annual mortgage costs, double from 2019 to 2023.
And also, in terms of housing supply, it sounds like housing supply is up, but still not up enough. That's where the report seems to say that, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, our research is showing, the population of Arizona has grown much, it's outpaced the number of units that we're building. And so where, if you think about that accumulation from year to year, there's a real constraint on supply. And so we've got different tools that we need to be exploring to help boost that supply of housing.
What kind of tools? What do you have in mind?
Thinking about policy, our report looks at some of the experiments around ADUs, some of the recent legislation across the state to help streamline some of the processes for permitting, and even looking at rezoning, right, to unlock more capacity for building to happen within our cities.
Indeed. Increase. I know the report looked at rents as well, and rents up 72% from 2010 to 2022, and nearly half of all renters were cost burdened. What does that mean?
So cost burden are households that are spending 30% or more of their income on housing costs. And so we are seeing this high increase in cost burden among renters. And in fact, the annual costs of rent are about $3,000 more than the annual cost of owning a home.
Wow.
in 2023. And what's really amazing is that renters actually are, on average, making $33,000 less than homeowners.
Yeah, was that a surprise to you? Was that part of the report?
It was a little bit of a surprise, but we know that you have to kind of delve in a little bit deeper instead of looking at all the numbers statewide and across these different sort of tenure relationships, because homeowners tend to, have higher incomes to start with. Yeah.
I think the report said that minimum wage workers have to work 86 hours a week for a 2-bedroom home. 86 hours a week, that's not happening. And so basically, thus cost burdened.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah. That's a tremendous amount of pressure, to find a place to live and carry out the rest of your life, right, to be successful. And so, yeah.
As far as state and local policy, ADUs were mentioned, but middle housing, duplexes, triplexes, these sorts of things. Also, what does the report find out about those things?
Yeah, I think it's an encouraging, way that the state is putting some things on the table, right? Cities should be looking at this. The most recent legislation, municipalities over 75,000, they've got to implement ways to build pathways for middle housing by 2025. Cities will be looking about how to make room, how to allow these types of projects to be built.
I think it's also worth mentioning that I think that the number of permits for duplexes is actually, at a record high since in the last 2 years, we've seen more permits for duplexes, especially compared to since I think 2014. And so those permits obviously are sort of in progress, but we will start to see, I think, maybe a little bit more of that middle housing. And then with this legislation, we might see even more.
The impact of the housing situation, some call it a crisis, some don't, but we'll call it the housing situation on homelessness. What does the report find?
Well, one thing that's notable is that with the high cost of rent, we have seen a record number of evictions. And so whereas Arizona was on average having an annual eviction rate of about 84,000, by 2023 it was at 97,000. So we are seeing sort of record numbers of evictions, which is really like an indicator of where people are going to go next. And so we are also seeing record numbers of people who are experiencing homelessness. And so for Arizona, it's I think the last pit count was about 14,000, and that's in a single night, right. Of people experiencing homelessness. And sort of percentage-wise, Arizona has shown one of the highest numbers of states that have unhoused, unsheltered people.
Last question, Kenny. What do you want folks to take from this report? It's a comprehensive report. There's a lot in here. What do you want folks to take from it?
Yeah, this is sort of a baseline for us, right? We hope to issue the updates annually in the coming years, and it's to support housing initiatives. It's to help see the situation that we're in, and to support diversifying our housing stock. The money that's going to funding some of these initiatives, supporting the cities in their efforts. And I hope we're providing really solid data for why this is needed.
All right, very good. Kenny Wong and Allison Cook Davis, co-directors, whatever you are of the Arches. You're both here, you're both there, and we thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ted.